All rabbits are gay. We know that.
And vegetarian.
That's how we're opening today. We're starting this with strong energy, and I'm really happy this is the way it's going. Welcome, everyone, to an exciting episode of Frontier Adventures as part of Tales from Logomancy on this here a Wednesday night. Today, we are playing our favorite game, which is Drink Every Time Ski Gets a Friend, Drink Twice Every Time She Doesn't. And if you're drunk by the end of this episode, you do have to subscribe. And I'm going to enforce it the way every superpower does.
Question.
The threat of violence. Go
Question.
ahead. Yes.
Question. What if we're drunk at the start of the episode?
Then you have to subscribe. Rules are rules, and I'm here to enforce them. Again.
I'm already subscribed.
Violently.
What does this say? You can't read that.
One friend. So we're starting with one?
What? I have 10 friends. Ski has 10 friends, guys.
Well, that's 10 drinks right off the bat.
Okay, made tonight.
take
Made
10 drinks.
tonight. I'll save your livers, and
So
we'll start from...
should I go get my
I hate my
moonshine,
liver.
or should we start since I'm being Ski? Let's be honest. Since I am being Ski, should I just bring my jar of moonshine out here?
No.
But my name's David. Because we're friends, you can call me a lone donut if you want. And today I am not the center of attention, even though my face is currently the biggest one on your screen. Brian, how was your week?
Oh, fantastic. My weeks have been fantastic lately. Just kind of working, doing my thing, playing some D&D. Kind of a low-key week this week. Not a lot of extra work, just recuperating. Been putting in some long days, so just taking some days off. Much needed downtime. Been fantastic.
Perfect. Geek, how you been? How's your week been?
Oh, I'm not leaving signs up for the audience. Not at all. Not blaming David for all the hangovers for. All right. My week's been good. Actually, yesterday, I worked with Logomancy again in Airdrie, helping teach some kids how to paint miniatures, which was a lot of fun. It was so cool seeing kids come out and learn how to paint and different techniques. And of course, we had the god of painting there. So James, and he was just like, I'm gonna paint a kobold. I was like, all right, show off all these kids. I don't know what you want. But it was a lot of fun, and it was great. And that's all I have pretty much to say. I've had a boring week. This weekend, I mostly just hang out with friends and decided that I'm gonna just start playing D&D with them now. Because they're brand new and they're like, we need a seasoned player. And I'm like, hi, nice to meet you.
Aw.
How can I be of service? And
You're cheating on us?
Oh.
Neon, it's not what you think. I swear.
Listen,
I swear, Neon.
I won't hesitate.
This is a polyamorous gaming relationship. We are all allowed to play with as many people as we want, so long as we're honest and upfront with each other.
He is only meant for this stream. He will not be for any other party. I swear to you.
It's like 6 DM swingers over here.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, can I add one thing to my week?
Yeah, for sure.
We sent out save the dates.
As long as it's not about swingers. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That's all.
Neon, how was your week?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, it was a week.
It was a week. I went from being extremely busy to suddenly sitting on my hands all day.
Sitting on the cake.
Just had a lot to do at work, and then suddenly not really all that much to do. I'm too efficient for my own good. Jesus.
What was that?
What are you?
F are you doing, David?
That's
Sorry,
an
Dane
action.
just unloaded 6 into me.
Yeah, right.
I'm
What?
clearing the barrel because apparently there's more in there than I thought. So don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble.
She's down. Oh fuck.
Nah,
Wait,
just
no,
kidding.
that's supposed to be me or Heart, right?
You couldn't even kill me if you tried.
Yeah, because you would come back up with 1 HP.
Exactly.
Pixie, how was your week?
My week has been really weird.
Fair.
Really weird. The office that I work for, instead of doing like a party at Christmas, they wait and do one like end of January, beginning of February. Because money goes a lot further for planning a cool party at that time of year. And I weirdly somehow won a bunch of money.
Oh.
Which was not expected. So I immediately submitted hit submit on Amazon, where a 3D printer and filament had been sitting in my cart for a couple of days while I was like, can I justify this? So then at this point I was just like, boop. So I got home on Monday and my husband had set up the 3D printer and had everything ready to go. And now that's all I care about.
Have you printed anything cool yet?
That's fair.
So far I am still on calibration cats and benchies to like get everything just right. But I am doing it in this like pink and yellow, really shiny filament. So makes me happy.
Pretty.
We'll
Bless
have
you.
to.
So get ready for
exciting.
me to.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to exchange newbie 3D printer stories.
Hi, me too.
Absolutely.
have a
So
filament
anyway, if I
resin
start
printer
showing up
that
with
I've
all
gotten
kinds
my
of
hands
props
on.
and stuff, that's why.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Makes sense.
Last but not least, Tegan, how's your week?
It's been good. I started filling out being a sitter on Rover. They want a background check though, so I had to move some money because I'm broke. And I stubbed my toe earlier. That was not fun. But now I'm here. And in my Star Wars group Monday, since we weren't playing, we had like a 5-minute convo about Space Coffee Maker.
Like
What?
So that,
how coffee's made in space, or
no,
Yeah.
like one character wanted one for like the ship, and they're like, oh, it's more like a Keurig and just shenanigans.
what I'm hearing is space coffee sucks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, with that, let's.
that's Stax's next thing.
he's
David.
we're gonna plug a coffee maker into him, like a full-on
Yeah.
espresso machine.
Full on
Hey-
espresso machine.
Hey, David, you in trouble.
What am I in trouble for? What did I do?
You fed a mongoose spaghetti.
And you didn't clean it up.
What?
Mrs. Donut is not happy with you.
Okay, listen, I
No,
cleaned up
she's
most of
not.
it.
Uh-oh.
I want to apologize, but if I don't make it back from break, everyone, you know where I am. 6 feet
Excellent.
underground in my own backyard.
Get in the basement.
we come back and it's just like a still shot of David dead on the floor.
Okay, to be fair, I did attempt to clean her up, but if any of you have ever attempted to like clean up a toddler, you know full well.
Oh, that's not happening.
Exactly.
Toddlers are not clean.
No, I'd apologize, but I cleaned the kitchen at least.
That's fair. That's fair.
And with that, let's jump back into the recap for last week. I'm trying to think who will be exciting for this one. Hearts. I don't think did we do? Yeah, we did. Yeah, no, we haven't yet. What happened last week from Heart's perspective?
I would love to pass on this one just because I was feeling so terrible last week. And was pretty zoned out.
Fair enough. Then we'll do Flint. We'll do Flint. What happened last week according to Flint?
I remember last time when I mentioned that I have Swiss cheese for brains.
I swear to God, guys.
Yeah.
I got
Like,
you.
my-
Steve,
okay,
let him
so
learn
today-
3 new words.
Okay,
No.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a big deal. All right. I usually and I do smoke weed every day. Right. That's just
Yeah.
how I am.
Where's this story going?
Yeah.
It's come on, give me a chance. So that's why I tend to not remember anything. So today, I've decided I'm not gonna smoke weed all day. So I am sober in that. I will remember for next week. You can ask me next week. But
I swear to God.
that being
What?
said,
Do you want me to take it away?
I know you've got notes, Geek. I know you do, but I'm gonna see if on the third try. What happened last week according to Sophia?
Okay, so David, here's the thing. I actually had severe brain trauma this week. Just kidding. Just
I'm gonna
kidding.
go.
Yeah, do it. No. Last week we returned to Tazbor, and we got him situated with that shield we picked up for him, and that letter, that last goodbye letter from Mr. Jonathan Krieg. After convening and reconciling notes, he let us know that the mayor had a job for us and was looking to be our sponsor. On our way there, my fellow compatriots decided to teach Skilletta a few common words that shouldn't be so common. Now,
He doesn't know what they mean still, so that helps.
after a brief meeting with the mayor, we're on temporary contract with him to get the residents of the old mill to come on down to Sand Mist and settle down, help make the town bigger so that the train might stop by. Whilst all of that was going on, our good friend Mr. Flint received a file of information on one Sophia Bell, and rather than looking into that mysterious document, decided to toss it into the fire.
not that you knew anything about.
Not that I knew anything about that, but here we are.
You do.
And whilst meditating and everyone else was sleeping, Sophia reached out and started contacting some gods that maybe didn't want to be contacted, and got shunted out of the connection. And now we wake up in Old Mill, getting ready for a town hall.
Correct, which is where we're gonna pick up. We're going to start with that exactly there, where we are going to have an opportunity for all of you to try to convince the townsfolk to come and possibly move to Sandmist. Now, as some of you may know, I'm a huge Dungeons and Daddies fan. I stole something from Anthony Birch. We're going to use basically death saves, but win-loss saves as the method for how this will play out. So you guys will make your case. You will say what you have to say. I will assign a roll to it. I'll have you roll, and then I will say whether or not it's a pass or a fail. I won't tell you whether or not you passed or failed on that roll. I will, however, I'll get you to roll.
Mark it down and
Yeah, I'll mark it down in secret, and if you ask, maybe I'll tell you how the community is feeling and responding to what you have to say. With that said, you wake up in the morning as the sun's coming up, and you hear a bell ringing, kind of a
Sorry, do we not have a quick break before?
No, it actually ran an ad on me while we were doing our chats, so just rolled right on
For
through.
me, it's still running ads.
I
Oh.
need it. I gotta get changed.
Okay.
I've got a
Well,
fucking
you're not.
outfit.
You're doing a costume change
What?
again.
Hey.
That's how I did it
Oh,
last time.
It's running the ad right now. You've got a minute 30 run. Everyone who can see this right now.
Those were nipples.
Ignore this.
Naked man! Naked man!
We're going back to this view. This is the view I want. I swear I know what I'm doing. Now that everyone is as dressed as they want to be and won't be showcasing their...
Wait, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, let's
Gets
go.
naked.
Let's start this stream off right.
Oops, bathtub. Oh, everyone hydrate.
Oh, everyone hydrate.
See, I got a vest and a jacket since last time, and I had.
I love it.
Dude, he's gonna have
I'm
a, like
still
a
looking for the
background, and it's gonna
perfect
be all
vest. I
Western
haven't
themed,
found
and we're
it
gonna be like,
yet.
what the hell
Yeah,
happened?
I've got this one on Amazon. Like $20.
Amazon is very slim pickings for plus sizes.
True.
Agreed. I
Fair.
agree.
Bingo. So are thrift stores. It's making this costume situation a difficult time.
We've got a sewing machine. That's all I'm saying.
Anyone got any rabbit ears I can use?
I finished my prop gun, and it fires
Yay!
plastic hands.
Nice.
It's actually so cool.
That's like my first big project for the new printer.
Oh,
Is it
Get
prop
a
gun?
gun.
Yeah, for hearts.
yeah.
I was like this close to getting Skiletta's shotgun. Like
I
this
need
fucking close.
Skillet. I need to get that. I need to get that and a blue scarf. And bunny ears.
So, as you all wake up, you hear the sound of a bell ringing. It sounds like at one point it was probably actually like the end of shift bell that somebody's got, and they're using to summon. And as you kind of exit out of the barracks that you were in, you see people milling towards the door of the entry or of the dining space that you'd previously been to. As you enter, the space has been set up where the tables have been removed. It looks like people have already started to like eat, or some people are sitting with plates on their laps, kind of thing. And effectively, what's had happened here is it's just chairs. Everything's kind of facing one side, back towards the back, and there's a bunch of chairs laid out for people to sit and watch. Sitting there, the front of it is, of course, Stump, waiting for you.
Good morning, Stump.
Eric?
What's for
I-
breakfast?
I was promised juice.
There's still food at the bar. You're more than welcome, or at the serving table. You're more welcome to help yourself first.
Sophia promised me juice.
What do you mean I promised you
She
juice?
promised me juice for trying so hard to learn to read.
You're right.
Where's my juice?
Juice.
Hi,
Juice or juice?
Yeah.
Nah, just
take
just
either.
juice.
Now every
I know
juice
you
comes
will.
from somewhere.
There's spicy juice.
Oh, spicy.
I think it's a little too early to be drinking spicy juice there, Ski.
Yeah, little early.
As
little,
everybody says, that Hearts is just tipping a little something
Yeah.
into a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Now that's the bottle that I told you about last night. It's a good.
Well, see, now I waited for morning, and I'm gonna enjoy it with my breakfast.
Oh, can I have spicy? Can I have that spicy juice?
I think you better probably stick to just regular juice.
Stump, we got any juice around?
Yeah, there's fresh squeezed orange juice.
There you go.
I
That's
just
what you
brushed my
get.
teeth.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, guess what? Brush your teeth, orange juice. That's
Oh,
live.
no.
Just one of those things.
Life lessons with
Thanks.
Sophia.
Thank you thank you for
Yeah.
the juice.
You're
No
welcome.
Kesha teeth brushing for you this morning. But
Yeah. Sophia has one where she brushes her teeth and then takes a swig of orange juice directly in the
She's
eyes.
He's just watching like, what
Oh.
is this psychopath?
oh,
Yeah. Doesn't even rinse the mouth out after the
Flint's
toothbrush, and
just
it's just
bam.
spit right to orange
That's
juice.
fucking hard. Yeah.
So as you guys gather your food, your drink, and everything, Stump steps up to the front and goes, "Now the reason I gathered you all here this morning is these fine folks have a proposition for you of somewhere that might be a little bit better and put together than where we are here today. Well, And he turns back to you and goes, "Stage is yours."
I can make a bunch of new friends.
Thank you, Steph.
I think you could, Steve.
You could make a bunch of new friends.
Now, who's the best of us?
Skis just go straight up on the stage.
Oh boy.
Got told I can make a bunch of new friends. I'm on
gonna
it. Who
follow
has their
her.
alcoholic beverages ready?
Well,
How many people are in this place right now?
there's probably about 250 people sitting in this room right now.
2 to 50 people?
2 to 250.
No, 250.
Perfect. Get ready to be hungover. He's gonna be like, "Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see you and meet you. I'm Skiletta, but my friends call me Ski. I have 10 whole friends, and you could be one of them."
Can I do a perception check to see who says hi, Ski? From the audience.
Like,
Yeah. Give me a. Give me a perception roll on that. We'll see.
Actually, okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll use it to determine roughly how many people.
Sure, why not? I've got something.
So there's like a few people where like it's almost an automatic response where they're like, "Hi, Ski."
Now those people have been to Alcoholics Anonymous. They're in remission.
yeah.
They've been in the circle before.
So Ski's just gonna be like, "So, I'm here to tell you that the shady asshole mayor really wants you guys."
And that's enough. And
thank
Sophia's
you,
gonna
Steve.
step up and just like cover the mouth and just like push.
One person in the
bring her
back's like, "What was
back.
that about, an asshole?"
Nasshole is
Did I do good?
the name of the well in Sand Mist.
You did something, Ski.
Anyway.
He's our sugar daddy.
Hearts help. You're better at this than I am.
Oh, which help do you want? Like the talking to the crowd help, or
Like
the getting the
talking
bunny
to
out
the crowd
of here?
help. No,
Okay.
talking to the crowd help. I can get the bunny out of
I
here.
got it. I
We
got
can
Ski.
tell him about the sugar daddy and the muffin mommies.
Don't tell him
Thank you,
that.
Harry Nicholas.
Harry Nicholas, thank you
it's
for
my
those.
favorite Harry.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
One of my favorite humans in the whole world. I love you, Harry. And I love how 3 of my other favorite people are on that gifted list, including my girlfriend.
Nice.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm going to motion Flint over with me. I feel like the 2 of us can probably get some talking going on here while Ski is carefully corralled.
What do you mean? I can
Yeah.
help.
Yeah,
Now,
that's like,
No,
I'm
you
gonna-
don't. No, you
I'm
don't.
gonna- Hey,
With-
Ski, come here. Now, when you said, "Hey, everybody, my name is Ski," I saw 3 people out there say, "Hey, Ski back," and I'm gonna point at them, and I'm gonna show her who her new friends are.
And just like holds to the people and be like, "So you want to be my friend?" Like no context. Just straight to them.
That was pretty clever. So like as much as Hearts is pretty chill and used to talking to people, standing alone in front of like 250 people is a little outside her comfort zone, but you know,
In the crowd, like,
she's already into the hair of the dog this morning, and she'll just be like, and just like start with like, she'll whip out the deck of cards and just do like a couple of like fancy sleight of hand type tricks, just as like almost like being her own opening act.
it's just
See, the thing is, we would like to talk to y'all about an opportunity to, yes, be Ski's friend, but also be part of, you know, building a thriving and revitalized community. there's there's no shortage of opportunity, and folks are there. The mayor himself is there and waiting to welcome you with open arms. And I mean, you're not going to get a better welcome than that now, are ya? Most towns you go to, the mayor doesn't know who you are. You're going to walk into this one, and the mayor's going to be like, welcome, let's find you the perfect place to live. And, just, it's going to be a dream come true.
Okay, roll me.
Well said.
No substance to anything Hearts is saying, just like
Yeah.
glamour.
And I'm just like, well said, absolutely.
Yeah, roll me charisma.
Just straight charisma?
Just straight charisma.
Is
Okay.
anyone here like a charisma pill?
Yes.
Yeah, me.
Okay.
That's why I was kind of hoping for persuasion, because I was like, yes,
I'll give you
better.
persuasion. I will give you persuasion if you want.
Awesome. Let's do it as persuasion.
Ooh.
It did roll. That's not great.
That's not-
That's with a +5.
As you're chatting up the audience, you're getting this kind of hype. There's a soft trepidation in the space still. Some of them seem kind of like they're listening to what you have to say. There's a little bit of excitement. A lot of these folks are folk who came to this place on the promise of a better life, only to find themselves living in an old military industrial base. There's a bit of a but at the same time there's a little bit of hesitation and distrust that exists here, where you can see they're not 100% sure, they're not 100% fully convinced of everything that's going on, but it's kind of like a warm, like a lukewarm room that you find yourself talking to.
Yeah, that's probably reasonable. And I'm picking up on that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know some of y'all might be feeling a little bit of trepidation over this. I mean, it's an awful lot to pick yourself up and move yourself somewhere else, but I've spent my whole life moving from place to place, never really settling down. And it takes a lot for me to feel like, oh, this is somewhere I call home. And I can tell you that this is somewhere that I personally look forward to calling home. So I know that you don't know me yet, but maybe get to know each other a little bit, and you'll get an idea of the fact that I'm not a putting down roots type, but I'm feeling like putting down roots. And I want to kind of like it for like either Sophia or Flynn to join me. Like somebody else we gotta bounce this back and forth.
I come in and I give you a little pat on the back, and I'm gonna cast guidance on you because I feel like you're about to roll again.
As you're kind of talking about putting down roots, a woman, younger, sitting with a couple of kids around her, stands up and she goes, "Why there? Why not here though? Why don't we just make here better? What would inspire us to move over there? Why would you want to put down roots there? You said yourself you don't. What makes that special?"
I mean,
Now,
sometimes there's just a sense about a place, don't you think so, Father?
there definitely is a sense about Sand Mist. There's something about that town, and you see, all y'all are hardworking folks. Y'all came out to the frontier to make a better life for yourself. Try and find something for yourself. Try to make something for yourself, your families. Your husbands, your wives, your daughters, your sons, your brothers and sisters. But come on, look around. You got one food kitchen, you got one mine, and I'll be honest with you, Sand Mist is small right now. It's a small town. It's another abandoned military base that people have taken up residence in. But if we pool our resources together, if we all share the load, we can make Sand Mist a phenomenal town. And if we all, put our backs together, we can bring the train in. When we get the train in, that gets industry. And what that means is that better life that you've all been working towards, is coming.
Oh, go ahead.
Now.
No, go.
Yeah. I've been through Old Mill a few times now, and a lot of y'all have come to me with your troubles, with your strife, with your grief, with your prayers. There's a whole temple in Sand Mist. Y'all could come and pray and be guided properly, closer to the divines, closer to each other, build a community together.
And I mean, those gardens you keep, that feels like a little slice of heaven right there.
There's also spicy juice.
That's a community effort. And
In a bar.
I mean
And everybody's nice except the mayor, because I was told he's an asshole.
Hey, Ski, you can make friends after. That being said, though, the spirits of the garrison, though, their homemade stuff, better than any I've had anywhere else. Pardon my stutter, and it's a long time since I've had a congregation this big.
You should hear talk about her lizard.
Give me a persuasion check.
For sure. I'm going to guide myself.
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere in all of that. 14 plus 16.
20.
It's Sophia to the rescue.
The audience seems to be warming up to the idea. You can see people kind of thinking to themselves, like, yeah, like it's probably, and you can kind of like that hum that falls through like a crowd, as you're having that conversation.
Can I just gesture towards Colt and just be like, well, get up here. Come on. Now, I've seen you talk to people. You're really good at it. Come on.
Okay.
Your father's like a king of industry. You could say something about this.
Cool. We'll join everyone on the stage. He's not laughing. I'm laughing. He's not. He's gonna stand there kind of awkward, but like actually he's not. But he's kind of gonna give off that vibe and be like, what everyone with these fine ladies said is more than true, but I'd also like to put a little bit of truth in what they're saying too. Just like here, times for the first little bit, moving to Sand Mist might be a little hard, but in no time we'll have shelter and boarding for all of you, and there's tons of different jobs available in town on the ranches, and like the father said, we get things moving there, we get the train, and we don't have to walk, or we don't have to go 2 days trip down to the nearest town to go anywhere else in the world. It's right at our doorstep. You can come and go as you please without issues of bandits on the road or getting lost. And community is what's really going to bring everyone together. Why have two separate little towns trying to make things work when we can join together and build something beautiful?
An older looking gentleman stands up, and he goes, when you say build in towns, are you saying like homes and stuff? Are you saying like we'll be leaving here with no homes to go to? Like, we've at least got roofs over our heads right now.
I won't lie that maybe the housing for 250 fine folks like yourself isn't that much over at Sand Mist at the moment, just because of how things have been, but we can always commute as well. Like, we're not going to force you to stay somewhere until you're happy with it.
Well, and if we know for sure folks are coming, we can sure get started on that.
Yeah.
We can start building homes. We can start building new facilities. If we know there are going to people coming to use them, it's an excellent use of our resources.
I'm
Like
not
I said, we
saying-
have the full backing of the mayor as well, and that's the kind of thing that gets those buildings and homesteads moving.
We're not saying you have to move this second, but if we can let the mayor know how many's interested, we can get things moving faster for you.
I can't read, but I can make a list.
Thank you, Ski.
Colt, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Oh,
Guidance.
Guidance.
that's not gonna very helpful
Guidance.
though.
It can help. Guidance.
Sure. 1D. What is it? 4?
Yeah. 1d4.
9.
Made it a 9.
You can feel that there's a bit of a pullback at this moment. A little bit of like cautious, like you tell people are like, it sounds appealing, you know, with your guys' passive perception, you get the feeling that like it sounds appealing, but it is that housing question that comes to mind. Like where are 250 people gonna stay? Where are they gonna be safe? Where are they gonna have roofs over their heads? And that's kind of like the feeling that you get from the audience. And the murmur, like people chat, right? This is the kind of space where the group of people are definitely like, oh well, you know, what do we do? And you know, Stump kind of leans in towards you and he goes, "What about that hotel? You think they'd put people up in the hotel?"
We could probably put some people up in the hotel. And I mean, the temple's always open too. Y'all are always welcome to bunk up. We can lay some pillows and blankets out on the benches and get y'all cozy. And, you know, the mayor does plan to build y'all legitimate housing when you come. And actually develop the town. And just know that he's going to be kept to those words.
Can Ski pull on Hart's jacket for a second?
Yeah, or it's kind of like bend down.
Didn't the mayor say that he would also keep the old mill and help fund fixing it if they wanted to stay there until the housing is done? And they would help with commutes?
Oh no, well I just plumb forgot about that. Do you want to tell these folks that fun news?
Okay. Hi everybody,
Just
it's me again. Huh?
Ski, honey. Don't mention the mayor being an asshole, all right? Just talk about the things that are being offered.
Okay. Hi everybody. It's me. My name is Letta. My friends call me Ski. I have 10 whole friends. Now, what my bestest friends forgot to mention, because these are my bestest friends. You've met them. They're really cool. And just looks at Flynn and be like, maybe ignore that one.
Y'all never met me. I didn't introduce myself yet.
One thing that we did learn is that the mayor has said that they want to keep on using the mill, so they kind of want to help rebuild it as well. So maybe people can stay here, have a job, help rebuild it, and maybe people want to come to the town and they can take away into the town. I'm pretty sure the frontier place that we live, there's some housing there too that we could probably fit some people up in there. Also, there is a general goods store, which is really good, and they're really cool, and they make hats like this. And she pulls out Strudel and puts Strudel in the hand and be like,
That's a good call.
I mean, that's an automatic
That
success,
adorable
David.
appeal.
Give me a
That was-
persuasion roll with advantage, Skillet.
hell yeah! Oh god. Persuasion?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
Better than my 7.
Guidance.
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 You're starting to feel the crowd coming along to you. There's a kind of a balance, right? It seems almost divided. There's people that are skeptical, people that are unsure, that are still like a little like, well, like I don't know, is it better to move? Is it kind of a thing? but you're starting to feel them coming towards you, you know, giving you a bit, and there's more of a murmur that's building itself up in the space. And that's where you see the woman who was manning the kitchen for the first time kind of come out, and she goes, "What about food? These fine folks need to eat. Are we gonna feed them? How are we gonna feed them? Are we gonna be putting them on like workers' rations to get them fed, or are they gonna be getting honest to goodness meals?"
Well, I mean,
Sandmist is a farming town, ma'am. We got food.
If I may, you know, how are they being fed out here?
Make
It's
do.
gonna be about the same way. There's gonna be people out there doing a little bit of hunting. We got plenty of field land where we can start growing crops on proper crops in the safety of a
There's
proper
a
town.
bakery
Yeah,
too.
that's right. We got
Mighty delicious
bakeries.
bakery.
We got general stores.
And
we got all the. You'll never.
if we're getting
Yeah, you'll never worry about.
if we're getting down to brass tacks, when was the last time one of y'all didn't have to walk to another town to see a doctor?
Or a priest.
That was too real.
Or a priest?
I'm gonna give you guys one last persuasion check. Whoever wants to pull it.
Who has the highest persuasion?
I think it's tied.
I think it's.
I'm
Mine's
gonna
a
give you
plus
advantage
five.
on it as well. You
Five,
guys are you're coming along.
Do y'all want to each roll one?
And guidance.
You know what? I'd say Hearts has a +5.
So does Gold.
Hearts has a +5.
Those
And
go-
guidance.
yeah.
All right.
I have a plus
And you
3.
said and
Oh, Colt has a
advantage?
plus-
At
five.
advantage.
All right.
With guidance.
Oh, persuasion. Yeah, +5.
The general store
hey.
is locally sourced, but it's not
Wow.
organic.
Okay,
Nice.
I think that will do it.
That's a 25.
Nice. There we go, there we
Ayo,
go.
25.
There's
That's the power of all of us working together.
Let's go.
And that's the power that it can be if all the folks of this town and all the folks of Sandmist are working together.
there's a lot of nodding going on. There's people like there's a hesitation to it still in the way that like people who are afraid of the unknown will be people that have been left to struggle before are definitely going to be a little bit more cautious.
Can I spot out Ravina? Is
Yeah.
she here?
Yeah, she is. Oh yeah, she's sitting in the back. She's got the
Oh, of course she
The
is.
back.
Yeah. What's
Hi,
her perception
bestie!
right now?
what's
Like,
sorry?
is she on board or?
She seems kind of like she'll go with the flow. She'll go where the people are.
Yeah.
Do I also
Yeah,
see
you
her
guys,
out in the crowd?
You've recognized her, and she's not being subtle about where
Yeah.
she's sitting.
I'm gonna like keep direct eye line on her. I'm gonna go. And remember, folks, once we get that train line coming in, that's so much more business for everyone.
Now that's a way that you can extend your own personal influence on the world. You know,
Okay.
look at her like dead in the eye.
No
Yeah,
subtlety
really looking at her.
whatsoever. It's like full on. Like you're doing the whole like glasses coming down low. Like you're sitting there being like, yeah, that's right,
It's-
ma'am. I am talking specifically to you.
It's when a singer picks a specific person in the concert crowd to sing a love song like to, and they feel so special even though it's not written about them.
Yeah. Yeah, but like overall, the community seems pretty willing to up and come along with you guys. There's a desire to get out of the space they find themselves in, to get themselves into a better opportunity. And so there's kind of like a murmur of like, well, like if people are now like asking questions amongst themselves, like, do you want to go, or I'd probably go, and that kind of back and forth that's kind of going through. Stump pulls the 5 of you aside as the room devolves into a more general din of people chatting with each other, and he goes, "It'll take some time to move all these folks, but I think they're convinced to go along with you at the very least. It'll take some time for them all to come to their own proper conclusions about when and if and all that, and if they're going to stay here, they're going to move over there, find lodging, but I can probably get you a list next day or two, send that over to you guys. Or if you want to stay here, I'm not going to stop you.
I don't mind sticking around for a little bit, answering a few questions as they come up, having a welcome
gotta find
face
those
that
3
they can
friends.
ask. They can ask any questions to, address any concerns they
Yeah.
may have.
Well, and by all means, you are welcome. It won't be an overnight thing. A lot of folks have set up shop, set up stuff here, set up things to be connected and integrated and everything. So it's going to take some time for us to really to get things moving. But I think overall the community seems pretty inclined to go along with you. And I think speaking from personal experience, it's something you folks should be proud of. They don't often trust outsiders, let alone enough to uproot their lives again and follow through. So, at the very least, you should probably tell your mayor that there's going to be a crowd of folks ended up at your gates.
We'll let them know. I'll see if I can get them to send some of those labor animals to help with the move for people who want to move.
Probably make things easier.
Do we think?
That'd be a sign of goodwill.
Do we maybe want to see if like a couple of folks want to come back, check things out, kind of get their own read on it? They can bring that
great
back
idea.
to the rest of y'all.
I'm sure there's gonna be more than a couple folk who'd be more than down for an opportunity to stretch your legs a little bit. Some people who are a little restless. In fact, I think Jasper's probably around here somewhere. I'd probably be inclined to suggest you grab him.
We take maybe Jasper and potentially Ravina with us to give them the lowdown and show them the city, town rather.
Who's Jasper?
I'm sure if you find a few, if anyone's gonna follow anyone, they'll probably follow her. She, love it or hate it, brings work to this town. So,
So we kidnap her.
Oh, now,
No,
Ski,
no,
hold
Ski.
on. You're-
No, we don't need to do that.
Ski's
We
just like,
wanna-
let's go.
We don't
That's friends
kidnap
without
friends,
consent.
Ski.
Oh, I'm sorry. We invite them to a party and they can never leave.
Again,
Closer.
No,
not-
that's
not the vibe.
Uh,
Trying to
We
get-
invite them over and
that's
we
not
make
what you
it
do to
so
people.
lovely and so nice and so fun that they don't want to leave.
Isn't that what I
There
said?
you go.
Well, differently. But
Tomato,
not really,
tomato.
no. Not quite really, no.
Well, well,
Yeah, but there's, as you're milling about, there's folks that are coming up to you. They're chatting with you. They're getting to know you a little bit more. They're excited. The general vibe of the people that are coming up and speaking with you are people who are very excited for an opportunity. Again, you
Can
see
I-
that hesitation behind their eyes, where there's trepidation about this opportunity. They've been stung once. They don't want to be stung again, but they at least seem to have faith in you.
can I find Jasper?
Sure.
They said talk about Jasper. We haven't met a Jasper, so he's gonna try to find this Jasper.
Yeah, I mean, he's not hard to find. He's probably the first person with a bag packed, ready to go. Like, he heard a meeting was about this thing, and he's standing there with, like, all of his worldly possessions, like, let's do this!
My God, right there. Ski's gonna walk
All
over
right.
to Jasper.
He's like, hi, you were Ski, right?
Yes, you must be Jasper.
I am.
Do you want to be my friend?
I would love to be your friend.
Drink.
Oh my God, you're my
Drink.
11th friend.
Drink.
Everyone
Everybody
drink.
Oh, no.
Question: what is Jasper?
Sorry?
What is Jasper?
Jasper's a human. He's very young.
Okay.
Like, he's an adult, but in the same way that, like, an 18-year-old's an adult. Like, legally an adult. Realistically, questionably an
Potentially.
adult.
Like
Well-
Steve.
what are your what's the word in common? What are your attributes? No. What are your skills? Skills. What do you do?
Well, my father was a tinkerer, and my mother was a seamstress, and I learned from both of them. I can fix just about anything.
Can you make a suit? A nice one.
If given a sewing machine, probably.
Can we
I
just
can make you a sewing machine.
What about these
He
dimensions?
looks at them, he's like, these are weird, but I don't see why not.
Can we just keep him at the frontier?
You're hired.
Like frontier adventuring. He can work. He can work with Taz. Taz, he can have a friend.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that as an opportunity.
Come on, Casper and Taz.
I like it.
We have a job for
I think
you.
Taz could use a friendly
How would
face.
you like to be our personal seamstress?
Well,
Seamster.
I mean,
It'd be Steamster's
Not
you
quite.
can
Not
still
quite.
be a seamster.
I'll be a seamstress, I don't care.
Just know that there's work for you.
That sounds great.
And you can sleep in my room. I don't need to sleep in the room. I like sleeping outside.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You can have my room.
You said you've done some tinkering.
Yeah, my dad was an engineer. He worked on all kinds of machinery. I've been trying to get those machines out there running. I haven't had much success, but I've been working on it.
You know
So
what?
like a
We'll
train?
work on that together, me and you.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I like Jasper. Jasper is my energy.
Yeah, this Jasper kid is
All right.
up and comer. I like this.
Whereas like Hearts is looking at Sophia like, oh god, there's two of them.
There's two of them, Hearts. You still got that bottle from this morning?
Oh,
Yeah.
so you'll love Tazzy. His name is Tazborg, but all his friends call him Tazzy. So you could call him Tazzy too, because you're probably gonna be one of his best friends as well.
Ski. Why don't
Ow.
we let Taz decide what Jasper calls him?
That's true.
Yeah.
Consent is key. You must ask to
Exactly.
be friends. But I'm pretty sure Tazzy is really nice, and they have a bunch of stuff that needs fixing around the place, so I don't see why not. I know someone who broke a bunch of alcohol bottles. Just look right at Sophia.
I don't know what
Didn't
you're
I
talking
cast
about.
mending on that? I
I
cast
did nothing
mending
of
on
the
that.
sort.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah,
like
it's all taken care
On
of.
each bottle?
Ski might not have noticed.
Mr. Flint, you gotta
that
find
you
a
mended
hobby.
them
I have
'cause
many.
he was pretty distraught.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasper's like ready to go. He's just standing there like, let's do this.
All right.
Right.
Sand Mist field trip. We got one.
Jasper, quick question for you.
Yeah,
You said you learned from your parents.
Yeah.
They're about here then, are they? Or
they are dead.
they're- Oh, well, my apologies. I'm so sorry to hear that. How did they die? If you don't mind me asking.
That is a very
Mr.
personal
Flint, that is
question.
not an above board
no,
question
no,
to
no.
ask.
He's an idiot. I'm
Pardon?
so sorry.
No. Now, see. First of all, I will take offense to that, Skiletta. If you call me an idiot one more time, we're gonna have words. I've got a 18 intelligence now.
You
Now,
were talking about
and I'm
laying
certainly
on
not
your
more
hat.
charismatic, but
What
I'm
the
not
hell does
dumb.
that even
Now,
mean, Mr. Flint?
Jasper, your parents, pardon me, they have died tragically, I may have assumed. However, is there something that we can do to right that? You know how it happened?
It's just what happens out here. You know, sometimes people die. That's just all there is to it.
Well, all right. Now,
Ignore
we're the-
him. He
we're the
likes to
black-
lie on his hat.
Phoenix gang involved. Always on the lookout.
No, my mom died of thirst because we got lost, and my dad just kind of walked away one day, and he was gone. They did
Wow.
find his body though, so
Cigarette
like I
kitty.
know
I'm so-
he's dead.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Mr. Jasper. You'll have to pardon my friend, Mr. Flint here. He's more adept with machinery than he is
I
with other
understand
people.
exactly what that's like.
Yes, you get it. You get it.
I love neurodivergent people.
Flint is 100% on the spectrum. If y'all haven't noticed.
Yeah. So yeah, Jasper's like got his bag, he's all packed, he's ready to go, he's standing there, he's like, so when do we leave? When are we going?
We gotta
Well,
get more people.
By my count, we got 5. Cliff
We have
gliders?
4. Hark doesn't have one.
4. So we got 3 slots, and you're one of them, Mr. Jasper.
Yes.
Find us 2 more people to come take
Well,
a tour, and we'll
Shouldn't
head
we
on
ask
out.
my good friend Ravina?
Oh, she'll want to go for sure.
Yeah,
I bet
I'll
Miss
talk to
Ravina
Ravina.
would.
Hey,
And
I'm gonna go find Ravina.
yeah, that's something that we
He's
need
just
to.
gonna
Some
chill with
company
Jasper
there,
and just start
Sophia.
talking about random hobbies. Just with Jasper. Just random hobbies.
Yeah, just anything. Just back and
Anything.
forth, yeah. Jasper does not have an animal companion, but I feel like he'll have one by the end of this.
He doesn't have
Yes. Next question.
That's for Ski to decide. I can't decide. I
Yeah.
can't answer
I
that.
feel
one.
like that's
We've
racist.
got the face.
that's too
We've got the
much.
tinker. We got the thief. We got the cleric, and we've got the mascot.
You mean
No,
Strudel.
Colt's the mascot.
Oh yeah. And we
Oh.
got Strudel. What's Strudel in all this?
Emergency
Say
food.
it.
Yeah, right.
Rations.
Let's go talk to Ravina though. We gotta, because we really gotta like either escort this lady into town, set up a meeting proper, otherwise she's just gonna come in and start working her thing. You know, she's gonna subvert the fucking mayor, which is not a bad thing. Maybe not a bad thing, but
He is an asshole.
Now, Mr.
yeah.
Mr.
No.
Flynn, no matter how you want to gift wrap this, Ravina is gonna do what she's gonna do. Whether we introduce her to the mayor or put her under watch or do whatever the hell we want, she's gonna run
No,
her
that's
business.
fair. But you know what? It just might be better for us, as I was thinking about this all last night. If we facilitate this visit and if we put ourselves in a position of saying, hey, we're like the go-between. If you need something from him, you talk to us. If you need something from her, you talk to us, and then everything's smooth, right?
I feel like Ravenna runs business that might be best left the mayor out.
That's
Agreed.
why I'm saying exactly that. Is that we don't let those two butt heads, right? Because they're gonna tear each other apart. Am I incorrect in assuming this?
I feel like you are incorrect in assuming that.
Mhm.
I feel like our good friend Ravenna here just wants to run her business the way she wants to run it. And as long as the mayor doesn't see it, she'll be fine and dandy.
Well, I guess time will tell.
Time will
I'm
tell.
certainly happy and likely well suited to running some interference there.
All right, let's talk to our good old queen of the underworld.
As you start to approach, she's like clapping like dramatically, like that was a great show, wonderful, wonderful.
Don't patronize me.
You know,
Meanwhile, Colt's like, glad we can entertain.
Hearts curtsies, but it's obviously sarcastic.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't think Hearts has ever curtsied, so like
Yeah,
it's-
right.
Now I assume you are going to ask me to travel with you.
If you would like to come.
I would love to.
That was easy.
Oh, I'm fairly
Ski's
easy
not
when
there.
I want to be.
Ski's not there.
Okay.
that was just me, like the button. Ski is with Jasper. They are talking about random crap.
They're off being besties.
I mean,
Yeah.
information is about half of your job, so getting ahead on it felt like a good business opportunity
what
for
can I
you.
say? I like an opportunity to try out new territory first. And I've always wanted an invitation into Sandmist.
Well, consider yourself cordially invited.
Now,
man.
And some of
Ravina.
us would be awful delighted to have you and your business.
Got a quick question for you, Ravina. Do
Yes,
you know the
Mr.
mayor?
Lawman?
I appreciate that. Now,
It was not
are
a
you aware? Yeah, I'm
No.
fully aware of what you were meaning. Now, I still appreciate it. However, do you know the mayor? Are you familiar with this man?
No.
You guys happen to have any sort of
I mean,
relation?
everyone around here knows him and his business. After all, he ran newspaper ads about it for a while. Talked about why he was such a good, upstanding member of his community. Of course I know the mayor. Don't much care for him, but hey, who likes their
Yeah.
elected officials?
Well,
really
we're in
any
good
of us.
company then.
Crazy how they get elected in the first place. But I
Well-
just want to make sure, the mayor, he's not the greatest person ever. However, he does seem to have Sandmist's interest in mind. He does want to see business going into it, and I just want an understanding that you two are gonna play nice.
Oh, I would never interfere in elected individuals' business. That's
Now,
bad for business.
I really am feeling like maybe an inside check on that would be fantastic.
Give me an insight check.
I would also like to
Yeah.
insight check that if
I
I
got a
can.
19.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for Neon's roll. Okay.
Oh,
15.
yeah.
22 from Colt.
Yeah,
Colt standing in the distance, like I'm on to you.
No, I'm there. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
yeah, sure.
Colt's actually
touched
back in
the guy, I
Sandmist
guess
and just
I'm there
like
too,
sneezed.
so-
I just don't think Ski's here.
I mean, as a collective, it's pretty obvious to tell she has no interest in interfering with the mayor's mayoral duties, but when it comes to business, she wants a finger in things that go on, and she does mean what she means when she says that getting in the way of elected officials is often bad news. Any like criminal who features
Told you, Mr.
themselves
Flint.
half decent will know how to work underneath the law to avoid as much trouble as possible.
Yeah, okay, so that's all that, my big concern was that she doesn't just come in and fucking kill him. Like, that
Oh,
was
no.
my
Oh
concern.
no!
No, no.
Literally concerned about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
she could do it.
Oh shoot! No, she wouldn't do that. That's not the type of like criminal she is. She's very much a fence. Like that's her thing. She trades in goods and money and information.
Ryan doesn't know what a fence is. It's just a thing that separates two properties. What's a fence?
They're usually people that like are an in between.
fence
so
is-
in the same way a fence is in between two properties. When you fence goods, usually you are moving them from one place to another place, and your exchange you are acting as a buyer and a seller. And
Yeah.
usually there's a fee
And they're
involved somewhere.
most often not legally acquired goods.
Yeah, so like just in the askings of everything that Flint has been doing, he's realized that there are two very much power players, and that's the mayor and Ravina. So I just wanted to really just check that there wasn't going to be like crazy intentional. So that I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Just because I can't remember. What does she look like?
Let me grab her description real quick here.
Please.
I believe she was a tiefling.
She is, yes.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so she's a tiefling, very, very svelte. Key definition of this world that defines tieflings differently from tieflings that you're used to in the Forgotten Realms. Tieflings here are not half demon, half human. They're half demon, half elf. That's the big difference. So they're a lot thinner. They're a lot more like lanky, I would say, and they're a lot longer lived. the other thing that stands out is they tend to be more natural horns instead of like the demonic tiefling horns. So for her, she's got like they're like stag horns.
Okay.
Like with
You
multiple
said
points?
ram.
With like
I have-
multiple points? Like how
Oh
a
no,
buck could be, like,
ram is
point.
right.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Ram
ram
horns
wrote
are my
down ram.
favorite for tieflings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying ram's horns are my favorite for tieflings.
Yeah.
I love them.
But
They're
they're
so good.
instead of like being the same color as her, they're like distinctly a different like their horn material.
Nice.
So that's like the big thing you will know about tieflings is most of them tend to be slightly different in that regard. Yeah, but she like the way she moves and everything, you know, if you've encountered elves in this world, you know that they tend to have this almost ethereal movement to them, and she very much exudes that. And she's relatively tall. I mean, she's about 6'2". So for
So Hearts is probably like, in addition to like thinking that she's amazing and whatever, probably has a gigantic crush on this woman.
Yes.
everyone mark that onto your hearts
Mommy.
list.
Yeah, right.
I'm putting that down like
Yeah, so,
Alright.
so
like
Art.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ravina's yeah, that's
And being a woman of business, consider this a little gift, and I will palm her one of the old Terizo Empire coins.
okay. She takes it.
I'm sure you're an appreciator of antiquities and odd
She does
pieces.
the coin thing, you know, where she like flips it through her fingers, because of
Yeah.
course, and then like
Yeah.
does the whole like magic check where she does it a couple times and then it's gone. She goes, "That's an interesting piece. Where did you get it from?"
Just an old place, but you should know better than anyone else that all information has a price, my dear
I
Ravenna.
figured it would, but never hurts to ask. Never hurts to ask.
are just like stop going on my girl.
And I will give Ravenna a little wink, a little look, and then go, "Well, I guess we'll see you at the gliders in just a little bit here. We're taking yourself and one Jasper over to
Oh.
the town.
Good.
Don't worry, he's on somebody else's ride."
Excellent. Wonderful. I will meet you there. Before, you know, we finish this up here, is there anyone else specifically that you guys are thinking of taking with you, or are you just these two?
Nubs.
Maybe Stump.
Stump?
Stump.
Nubs. Wow.
Like it.
Wow.
Yeah, Stump would be definitely very inclined to go with you guys for sure. He at the very least want to meet the mayor, so that makes sense. Okay, excellent. So you guys, anything else you want to do while you're here in town before you head back? Town.
Town. In
Can we?
town.
Nope.
Can I
No.
take a? I would love to pull Jasper aside for a moment and just have him quickly run me through the machinery that's over here. What has he gleaned so far? What are we looking at?
So what you're seeing is, you know, something you've never had an opportunity to touch, because these are like typically tend to be off limits. It's a humongous steam engine. So instead of it being like one boiler and, you know, like attached to equipment and stuff like that, it's about 8 boilers tied together into like a giant central control chamber that then uses its pressure to control all the various pieces of machinery. It did operate as a full service lumber mill. So trees were processed, planks were created, everything was breakdown. There's still saws there. They're in rough shape. Most of them are rusted out to the point where they're gone. A lot of the equipment, as he kind of walks you through and showcases it, has rusted to the point of seized. It would take a considerable amount of effort to get this machinery operational again. but it's definitely doable. You can tell that like it was built to last, and even though it's been neglected, like if somebody knew what they were doing and was willing to spend the time and effort to start actually diving into it, they would probably be able to, everyone hydrate, they would probably be able to get the equipment running again.
With that chat as we're going through, I would like to take a minute to cast Mending on any kind of small one thing, just to demonstrate to Jasper my abilities.
Okay, yeah.
If he's been a tinkerer, maybe me and him can have a bit of a mentor.
Yeah, so as you walk by, there's a bandsaw that's in relative repair. And as you cast Mending on it, the rust kind of falls away, and the saw blade straightens up a little bit and makes itself a little bit more intact. You can tell like the blade's in good shape and some of the machinery is, but like all the components that still would make it run are in need of actual repair. But Jasper seems quite excited by this. He seems enthralled, and like what you've done is really cool to him. And he seems very interested, in the very least, in possibly you showcasing more of this to him.
And with that, I'd love to just see if there's anything about the machinery that seems alternate usage. You know, like if there's maybe an ulterior motive. I mean, I know it's a big mill, but it's a military mill.
Yeah, so the steam engine would be the thing of most interest. So equipment like this is complicated. The kind of artifice and engineering that goes into building something of this quality is very difficult. This is not like an engineer came in and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna set up like a pressure boiler, and we're gonna set up all the heating and everything, we'll get it all going, and here's all this. This is like a team of artificers built this for purpose, and it is an incredibly powerful machine when it's running. So it would be able to power just about anything that somebody would want. So if in theory you could transport it, you could use it for just about anything, but it's like the size of a grain mill. I would say is like just the steam engine is about the size of a grain mill.
You would need something like a train.
Even a train, you'd still have to take it apart to do it, and there's no guarantee you could get it put back together properly.
All right, cool. Just trying to see if the mayor has some sort of like ulterior motive to this piece of machine. So, okay, but things seem to check out while we're at home.
We are gonna have you guys head back to town now with your gear gathered up, and your 3 selected guests to travel to town. But before we head into back to Sandmist itself, we're gonna take ourselves a quick break to appease almighty Bezos. So just a short quick break here, 3 minutes to make sure nobody sees ads while we're in the middle of playing games. So we will see you guys in 3 minutes.
Woo!
See. No, you're the
Love
best.
you.
That went up my nose.
Penis.
Thank you.
But I barely even know her.
Thank you, everyone, for giving us a bit of leeway there. We just some behind the curtain things that we wanted to take care of. But we tried to kill Geek while we were off air. We had some friendly tears. It's been good. Thank you all for your patience. Let's get back to this. We're gonna jump forward a little bit to you guys getting back to Sandmist. The sun's starting to set. It's getting a little bit late in the evening, and as you get into town, there's kind of a general air of like there's a buzz in the town. Like someone's been going around probably talking about what you guys are doing. But as you get in, you know, things are the day is starting to settle in. The garrison is busy as always. And this is where you arrive to. What would you guys like to do?
Before we get too into it, when leaving Old Mill, Sophia would have suggested and invited Ravenna to ride with her specifically.
Okay.
And during that ride, I want to gauge Ravenna's like she has to sit in close proximity to me. I'm gonna take some sharp turns. I'm gonna take a few decisions that are gonna cause her to need to react, so I can get a rough understanding of like, is she strong? Has that grip strength? Is she dexterous? Is she adjusting with the seat? Like,
What's her
I just want
skill?
like a physical rundown of like
Is
what
she
her skill set
holding
is.
me here,
I
or is she
Is she holding me closely?
I know exactly what you're going for.
That cat does not like that hatch. He is
I
on
am-
it.
Look,
that your
there's
kitten?
two parts to this investigation. One, professional. Two, personal.
Yeah, again, I owned a motorcycle. I know exactly what you're going for. But it's like Ravenna's like very well balanced on it. While there's times where she has to hold on to you to like keep balance because cliff gliders are not the best creatures to sit upon. They're you know, like it's not like anything more than a like, oh, I don't want to fall off. But it's like subtle, it's quiet. But for the most part, she's able to maintain her balance and her stability fairly well on her own.
I can just see hearts glaring daggers
Red.
at Sophia, just like
It's also, I'm gonna put it on record that when we called the gliders to all take a ride, it's the first and only time where Sophia has not stuttered. It's like one solid starshine.
Wow.
Let's go. Like the little like whistle, and we're off.
he would be like,
call
I
her
thought their
name.
name was
Yeah, that's their name. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's fairly well planted. She's pretty comfortable in herself. Yeah. I'd say like if anything, like you can tell she's probably ridden creatures before. I don't like the way I
Alright.
worded that, but I'm gonna
Oh, no.
You did not word that well.
Fine.
yeah.
No,
Could go either
Hey,
way.
should we
you
talk
know.
about our Wendigo daddy?
we'll find
Yeah.
another creature later. No, please don't do much to this.
Our Wendigo daddy?
Is Wendigo dead?
Moving right along.
He wears a suit and everything, man. He's a classy boy.
Daddy energy.
So you oh man, I don't like the whole life, Doug. I'm gonna
How
put the
can
shovel
we
down.
stutter the DM even more, just so that they are on the ground?
You arrive back in Sandmist again late in the evening. Things are starting to kind of settle down for the night. What do you guys want to do?
Ski wants to
Well-
introduce Taz to his new friend.
All right.
Oh, I never got a chance to ask. I mean, this will be later on in the evening when everything's settled down, but I never got a chance to ask Ravina about the my singular focus, the Black Phoenix gang.
Oh, I thought you already
if
talked
any-
to her about it. I thought
Oh, I never
when we
did.
first
Actually.
met. You never did? Oh, that, yeah, you
I
knew.
never did. I
I
forgot
think you
to-
got cut off before you had an opportunity the first
No,
time.
no, no. I just literally never. I never did. I was thinking about it later on. I'm just like, fuck. I never asked her about that. So once she's back in town and like things have calmed down and everyone's gotten their like interests out of the way in the evening, I'd like to ask her about it. That's not right now.
Yeah, well, I guess what do you guys want to do before everyone kind of gets a chance to settle in? Do you want to set them up for night in the garrison? Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think setting them up for a night in the garrison's the way to go.
Okay.
We should get a drink.
Well, we should
I
probably
definitely
tell
think
the
getting a
mayor
drink
first,
in
right?
at least 1 to
I'll
2
wait
of these
till morning.
folks, maybe 3, is a good deal.
He's not allowed to drink.
You're back home. You can drink now.
Yeah.
I don't have to drive.
You have to buy some water.
It's for the best. I don't think I would like ski driving even sober.
I drove the glider.
Hey, glider,
It's
take me
different.
home.
They're pretty intelligent. They basically they're like, I was gonna say a Tesla, but that's insulting to them. Like a
No.
Ford. More
A
reliable.
Ford, really?
The blue drives reliable. Hold on, I can go down a ramp. Let's cut myself off right there. Yeah, so you guys, you show them to the bar. You introduce them to, oh my god, I forgot my own NPC names. You introduce them to the bartender and his wife.
Eleanor.
Thank you, Eleonora and Dave.
Eleanor's the male.
Yeah, and shoot.
You got this.
Oh.
I
You got
don't.
this.
I honestly don't right
believe
this
in you.
second.
Your own
Nope.
PC.
This is
Every time you forget an NPC name, we're just gonna name
I
them
named
something
one
else,
Frederick.
David.
Come at me, Steve.
Daywin. Daywin.
Daywin.
Steve, Elnor and Steve, Daywin.
Elnora and Daywin, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. My turn to have Swiss cheese brain. But yeah, you introduce them, give them an opportunity to settle the night. Do you sit and drink with them at the bar? Do you guys head back to your own quarters for the night?
Yeah,
Definitely sit with
I'll
them.
drink with them at the bar.
Okay.
I'll Daywin, Elnor, this is folks from Old Mill that might be coming to stay with us. Anything they drink, any tab they rack up, you can forward bill that to the mayor.
Perfect. Love it. Love it.
Hell
That's amazing.
yeah.
They're like, yes. Everything gets marked up.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a second
And
list.
I-
Like when the mayor comes in, they rotate the boards around. There's different prices.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
All I'm thinking is
Yeah.
the SpongeBob movie be like $100 for a Krabby Patty with cheese, Squidward, with cheese.
Yeah. And I'll tip the hat to Daywin and Elnor, and I'll shoot another little tip of the hat over to Ravenna.
Please don't make me roleplay a
But
love
like in such a way
triangle.
where it looks like you're gonna roleplay a love triangle. David,
Good.
we're forcing this upon you, David.
Ski's just gonna go look at Flint and Colt, be like, should we just go? Like,
But it's not like an obvious hat tip. It's like to the 3 of them, but like, you know.
Yeah.
like just looking at the other two or not, be like, do you guys want to just go like roast some marshmallows?
I could do a s'mores. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll go do
I don't think I've ever done that.
S'mores.
Stump's like, I think I'm gonna stay right here and have a drink from something that's not a tin can.
Jasper, you want to go
That's,
eat something?
Yes.
Let's go bother Taz.
Okay.
Flint, Colt, you guys want to go
Oh,
bother Taz?
I wanted to talk to Taz about something, so yeah, I'll come with.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go. So you guys are gonna head back towards the. Are you going with Flint?
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I didn't know if
basically,
you
like,
wanted to stay with
I've-
Ravina to get the info.
We'll do that tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
Or something, because like Ravina's, I don't know. They just got into town. It's late. Probably not gonna be any like fucking weird
Let's
stuff
see if-
going on tonight.
Taz could find anything about that shield, because we just pretty much said here, dropped it down and left.
But Jasper has for sure like made a bit of an impact on Flint. Like the idea that he wants to, or he was sired by an artificer or some form of
Engineer?
engineer. He's really kind of taken a shining to this kid.
Aw.
And of course these missing
Aw.
children in his own life. So he's kind of like,
Oh no! I
teach
forgot
this
about
person something, you know?
I must adopt this
You're
child
missing a
as
dad.
mine.
I'm missing a child.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are your
Exactly.
parents? You don't have any? I'm gonna Batman this shit. You're coming with me.
You're
How do you feel about the name?
Slow down
Robin?
there, fucking.
I'm adopting you, adult man.
What do you like the colors
Yeah.
green and yellow? Think about it.
Yeah.
Slow down there, Joel.
So sitting at the bar, it's Hearts, Sophia, Ravenna, and Stump, and they're just kind of sitting around, hanging around, having drinks. Anything you want to ask them while you're here? Anything you want to discuss? You've noticed, like, in your time, Ravenna has like absolutely no shame talking in front of Stump. Stump probably knows. He like. There's no way. You get like a very distinct feeling that everything that happened in Old Mill he knew about. Whether or not he acted like he knew about it was a whole other can of worms.
I love Stump, man.
Stump's good.
He's a good boy.
Now, y'all folks, of course, being leaders of your community respectively, have different ways of going about that, and I want to respect that for both of you. Is there anything that we could do for you to help steward setting up your own kind of situations here, Stump? You're a voice of the people if I've ever seen one, and maybe getting you in touch with the proper channels to make sure your people are represented here properly, legally, I think might be a good opportunity.
Well, I can tell you for certain that most of the people there just want a good life. They're more interested in people, somebody to look after them, keep an eye on them. You know, they don't need a whole lot. They're not asking for a whole lot. They just want someone to listen to their troubles. You know, make sure they ain't suffering needlessly. I hope, realistically, if the mayor is exactly the person I think he is, at the very least, he'll make sure those folks are looked after so he can secure their vote going forward. That would be my biggest
Exactly.
concern.
And we'll see to that. We'll see to that. And I mean, I'd be more than happy to organize some time maybe to go take a look at the land and the plots and such, and you can I mean, they've heard it from our mouths. I feel like they'll like it better coming from yours.
It tends to be the way they go, but you know, when we go take a look at land, if we're looking at an opportunity to set up land for them and get them set up and space, you know, most of them are going to want to work together still. They're not going to really want to be split up. So maybe if we can organize plots together and do it as a large group, a community, a commune, if you would.
That's the way I would have it. Ain't no other way to do it. No one left behind, no one forgotten. Each to their own need and to their own ability.
And what about you, Miss Hearts? Are you willing to speak up for our people too?
Absolutely, I am. I wouldn't be asking someone to make a change like this without being willing to back it up.
Fair. If that's the way things are gonna be, then that's the way things are gonna be. Boosting your own treasure. I see how it is.
Yeah, we can do that, right? We can do that, right?
Just like the little.
Give it to the townsfolk. I don't care. Give it to the townsfolk.
Shh, everyone.
Feel
everyone.
that anger.
Oh, he's not looking.
Let it consume you.
And he goes, "Well, listen, I'm gonna be."
I'm not even on
I
it
regret
right now 'cause
nothing.
my phone died. What is happening?
Oh my god.
So, our lovely Mr. Flint redeemed a boost treasure for us, and then I redeemed a boost treasure for us,
We've started a
and
streak,
now
if you
Mr.
will.
Colt has as well.
I got one.
And there goes
Don't
David.
even worry about it.
What you're saying is I don't have to give them potions back.
We're also saying that Ski's fur
So
isn't
we're all in
naturally
agreeance.
white.
Oh my god. Oh, you did it
I mean, at
yourself?
this point, that's just a level up, right, David?
No.
Damn
Yeah,
I
damn
can't
it.
decide, and I'll have to do it later. Hello, Donut. You gave us some too.
Yeah, right?
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone, for boosting our treasure. We really appreciate it.
But
Thank
yeah,
you,
don't
Moon, for
hydrate.
keeping us
That's-
hydrated. I know
really
you can't
important
boost
thing.
Thank you for keeping us wet.
our treasure,
it's-
but we appreciate the hydration.
it's one of those things where like he's very like in the theme of like looking after. So sidetracked. He's so in the theme of like he cares more about looking after people. That's his end thing. But he looks at Ravenna and he's like, now, you never brought trouble directly to our doors, but I don't think these folks will be too happy if you make a mess of it all. So you just keep that in mind. And she just kind of smiles at him. It's just like. It's a friendly smile. It's people that have worked together for a long time, and that kind of comes across. And he sits there and he looks at his drink and he goes, "Well, I think I'm topped out for the night. So you don't get into too much trouble."
There's the garrison
Yes,
has
it's,
rooms,
so
right?
it's a bar, but it's also
Yeah.
a hotel.
Yeah. There's a room upstairs for you. Here's your key.
Thank you, Father. We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you in the morning.
And he heads up.
Now-
Leaves the two of you with Ravenna.
Miss Ravenna.
Hey guys, let's just sit back, get your popcorn.
yeah.
This is
No,
gonna be
absolutely.
great.
You run a different sort of business, a different sort of ship. You are the mouth of the people in a different way. And I know better than to look at you and tell you no funny business, because anytime anywhere exists, wherever people exist, there are people who want to do things their own way. And I'm not one to stop that.
Seems like a smart way to think of things.
Just know that if you need something to keep yourself set up or to get going in such a way that doesn't inconvenience or, like Mr. Stump put it, bring the wrong people to our doorstep, I'd be more than happy to assist.
Well, I find that pretty agreeable.
However, know that if trouble does come knocking, you are on a very short leash.
I think I can live with that.
Earn your trust, and you'll get some slack.
Like that line.
I just, you know what? My mind, I've had some moonshine. It's just, I'm in the gutter right now. All I'm thinking is, she's probably into that.
Damn right. I'm betting on it. Can we play that clip from Kingsman 2, Pedro Pascal's
Oh, the what? Whew.
come back to my place, the walls are sealed, and you can scream my name as loud as you need to, sugar. Like,
And she's like, I'll keep that in mind. I never did get myself into trouble that I couldn't get myself out of.
oh, I'm aware of that. You wouldn't be here if you did. If you weren't capable, if you weren't skilled. I mean, as far as I'm considered, I'm looking at probably the two fastest hands in the frontier right now between yourself and Miss Hartz.
Well, I look forward to getting to better know exactly what Miss Hartz brings to the table.
You and me both.
I would be more than happy to have a chat with you about ways I may be able to assist in your enterprise.
Okay.
In
Well,
private, in your room.
Roll for
Oh, she brings
endurance.
to the table.
No.
Roll for persuasion.
But it's been a long day. I think I'm also gonna retire. Ladies, you have yourselves a fantastic night. And she stands up and pounds her drink back and heads up to her room.
You as well.
You're just glaring at each other.
So, what you doing later?
So, yeah, I guess I'll give you guys a chance if there's anything you want to talk about, or if not, we'll jump over to our other players back at the headquarters.
How'd you get a? Hold on, let me start that over. Cut. Scene start.
Take two.
Now,
Take two. Action.
How did a gambling, card stacking charlatan end up out here? Now, I know that's not something you go out blast into the world, but I know a skilled set of hands handling a stacked deck whenever I see it.
I mean, you know,
It is Wednesday, my dude.
David? Hey, David? Keep your fucking head in the clouds, my guy. Get out of here.
We're chilling in the gutter. Who wants to go in the gutter with me?
Where's that 911 you were so fancy about earlier? Find it?
He's gone. Gone.
Good.
It's just Sonic.
Now,
It's
this is
just-
not
Somehow-
a small town for a person working your trade.
Somehow I'm not even a little bit surprised that you pick up on all of that. You seem to know an awful lot yourself.
Been around.
As for me, I mean, every now and then there comes a time in someone's life when they need to be a little harder to find than they used to. Small towns are excellent for that sort of thing. And
I'll drink to that.
me in a situation where I'm assisting the law, ain't nobody gonna look for me there.
I will absolutely drink to that. And I'll toss one back. Fair enough.
Sometimes it is, and as much as I do love attention, and I do love attention, sometimes it is much better to not have all eyes on you.
That is... Yeah, I kind of wish I picked a less attention-grabbing pillar of the community spot to place myself.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, to most, you're above reproach. You're as you said, you're a pillar of the community. No one would ever suspect anything other than the best of intentions from you.
Always. And I mean, takes someone who's experienced the lowest to be able to bring everyone up.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Something about knowing how bad things can get makes it feel more important to help other people appreciate when it's not that bad.
Yeah. Makes people look at you and makes them feel like you understand what they're going through.
It's very true.
And
I
that's
just
important.
think that you and I use that understanding in very different ways.
That's you'd be surprised. People playing hands of cards at the table and exchanging coin and secret is just a different form of sitting in the temple accepting confessional.
But you don't get to line your pockets quite the same way.
I don't need to.
That's fair enough. I mean, I lose most of it again anyway, so... you
I
know,
mean,
maybe it's
people
just
make
fun of
donations
it.
at the temple all the time, and like that goes to the gods. But I mean,
But they ain't down
it
here
goes
to
in my
spend
pocket.
it.
It's my pocket. Oh, look. If it wasn't for the intimate knowledge that I have and the intimate relationship I have with most, if not all, divine deities, I'd say the only god around here is me. But that ain't true, and I am nowhere near God.
I mean,
It's a
seems
lightning
like seems like you got a nice little well, I don't want to say racket, but a nice little enterprise of your own going.
Nothing that isn't above board at the moment.
I mean, I suppose I could say the same at the moment, but given the company we're about to have in town here, I don't know how much longer I can say that for.
That's fair. Mr. Venna's going to bring some business and probably some interesting characters in.
And some
Excited to
very
s-
interesting items.
That's fair. Might be interesting to see what she has in stock every now and then.
Sure would. And, I mean, you know, we're pretty constantly in need of information, and if there's anybody who knows how to get it.
It's probably her. I mean, you and I can both get information where and when we need it, but there's a different level of information you get when it's your profession.
Yeah, she's got a lot more leads out there than I can say I do. These days, anyway.
These days. Gosh.
Well, now, I think it might be just about time for me to be turning in.
Yeah, fair enough. And if you ever need to give any sort of worship or praise, feel free to come find me.
I do know where to find you, and I will consider that. Hearts is gonna toss back like a basically full drink, and head up to bed.
That was gonna be Ravina and Hearts for her thing, but it might be Sophia and Hearts.
Before everyone turns in, we'll jump over to our quartet of individuals heading back to the Frontier Adventure Company base. Our Flint and Colt and Ski introducing poor Jasper to even more poor Tazvor.
What do you mean? Taz loves us.
Taz poor.
Yeah, so as you guys enter, the lanterns are going, but like Taz is nowhere to be seen immediately as soon as you kind of come up into the space.
Tazzy, we're home. Tazzy.
Just yelling into the like up.
Was there anybody else around?
Nope, it's like the kind of like meeting space and the eating hall setup that you guys have gotten so used to. And at the moment, like like Taz isn't there, but as Ski yells, "We're here!" He a moment later he appears, kind of sauntering down the stairs, and he looks at the three of you, and he looks at Jasper and goes, "You've brought home a guest."
A friend. They're gonna. If you guys want, no pressure. Consent is key. But I thought you could use a friend around because you're so lonely by yourself here. And you don't really have any other friends, and the only other friend we know about disappeared and is probably dead. So...
Yikes.
Oh. Did I... Just goes to Flint and goes, Did I say it bad?
You don't typically refer to their friends as probably dead, you know?
But there was a goodbye letter and everything, and nobody knows where they are. Doesn't that make them dead?
It's nice to hold out hope, you know? Hope is a strong thing to have.
So your possibly almost alive friend might be out there.
That's better. That's better.
Okay.
Well, considering
so
he
sorry,
was
Tess.
in his 60s when he decided to go for a walk, and that was 20 years ago, I have long come to terms with the fact that he is probably dead.
I didn't do anything.
But Ski, you bring a certain energy to this space that I will always miss when you're gone.
Aw, I love you too, Tazzy.
Those were not my words. But who is this young man you've brought into our base?
This is Jasper. They are a tinkerer and seamstress. Or seamstress? Or, he looks at Colt. Seamstress or seamstress? What's
Stir.
Jasper, do you have any pronouns that you prefer?
I am a man.
Well, then maybe and maybe in the same
So he's one of those.
maybe in
I
the
don't-
same way that a male masseuse would be preferred to call a masseur, then perhaps a seamstress of the male variety would be preferred to call the seamster.
They mend clothes.
That's right, they do that.
I
There
definitely
you go.
can do that. And he's like,
This
know
is
that
my
you miss-
son.
I just stopped this.
Taz is sitting there like, why is he like? It's the look of like, okay, this is cool. Why is he in my building though? Like he doesn't say it, but he kind of looks at the three of you like,
Because I thought you would need help around. You always have papers that are always messy. You're always down on your luck, and they have a certain spark. They also mend clothes and do seamstress, so you can get some new clothes because yours are tattered. You could also get stuff that are fixed around here. Because
Yes, you
they're a
look like
tinkerer.
shit.
They're a tinkerer, so then you can get your everything fixed, and then you could just have an assistant around here, and you won't be so lonely. Everybody needs somebody.
Misky, you have a way of looking at the world that is interesting.
It's either me or him. Which would you like to stay all the time?
I will take Jasper.
That's what I thought.
We need you now. Come on.
He's like looking at his child. His child's like, he's like,
He's a man.
I will find you a room. I don't have one. Okay.
I'm like, see, Jasper, I got you a job.
Sure. And like Taz is just like, he kind of like slumps, like, you know, wanders upstairs for a moment, and then comes back and he's like, I've got you a room. And he hands Jasper a key, and Jasper's like, oh boy, my own room! This is so great! You can hear him, like, talking to himself as he goes up the stairs. He just gets quieter and quieter. He's like, yeah, this is so great. Oh my god. It's got a bed.
I'm gonna put an alarm on his room.
So fucking cool.
Oh, my morning bread doesn't have mold on it.
And I'm going to
Wow.
just look at Taz and be like, see, now do you feel better that you're going to have a helping hand?
No, but I suppose I can find use for him.
Oh. Did you find anything about the shield?
It's a powerful magical artifact. I don't yet understand its purpose, though.
But, oh.
Work in progress.
I
Did
could
you find
cast
out
that
anything
Identify
while
on
we
it.
were gone?
Lots has happened while you've been gone. People have come in, people have gone. There's some letters for young Mr. Colt. And he, like, looks over and he pulls out, like, a stack of them and he kind of hands them over to you. He goes, I think Elnora changed the menu pricing again, and...
Oh, they just changed it because the mayor's holding out some people in the... Holding up? Is that right? Hostage?
The mayor's
No.
holding people hostage now. I
No.
wouldn't put it past him, but...
He's
that-
that kind of man, but no ski. We've invited some guests at the
Ah,
scenes.
I'm assuming similar situation to... Where did you find
Yeah.
this child, by the way?
Again, now you wouldn't call an 18-year-old man a child. This is a
Well,
grown man.
It depends on your species, I suppose, but to us that is barely hatched. But yes, I suppose.
What is he again? Is he?
He's a dragonborn.
He's a dragonborn.
Oh, Dragonborn, right?
Yeah. And he's like, but I suppose, although as I understand it for human lives, that even 18 is not really an adult.
You can help raise him.
I
Set him
have already
straight.
fathered many children. I don't need another.
You have a family? Where are
You
they?
like Father Sophia?
Home?
Isn't this your home?
I mean, this is my home. They're in their homes, wherever that might be.
Well, you don't have a good connection with them anymore, do you?
We don't... I don't know if I yet want to describe the relations my people have with each other. I don't... And he kind of looks, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, Ski, and he goes, one day maybe I will explain this to you when I am thoroughly inebriated. But today
Okay,
is
I'll
not
get
that
spicy
day.
juice. I'll get spicy juice.
Not tonight, Miss Ski.
Okay. All right. I understand.
the birds
you
and the
ever
bees and
need
the
to talk-
dragonborn.
Yeah. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. And then I'm just gonna look at Colt, and be like, he knows I'm an adult and I've had the talk, right?
He already knows about sugar daddies. He can
I
talk
did!
about anything.
Tazzy, I learned a new name. It's called Sugar Daddies and Muffin Mommies and Gingerbread Men. Flint taught me.
Mr.
Yeah.
Flint, I expect more of you specifically.
You shouldn't. You really ought not to. Now, I got a quick
I'm
question
learning
for you.
that.
It really
You
could have
want me
been
to-
way worse than it was, Taz.
Colt, do
I
you know
dialed
what
it
a
back.
sugar daddy is still? I still got no idea.
I know.
Just forget those
I know.
words, E. I'm sorry I ever brought it up. But now this here shield, you know, if you need a little help identifying it, I could give that. Give me 10 quick minutes or 1 spell slot.
It's... I mean, if your plan is to simply cast the spell Identify, I've already done that.
Yes, that was my plan.
Yes.
However, ritually was how I wanted to do it.
It's a complex magical item. It's rather not as easy as that.
What if we held hands and did it?
I don't believe that would solve the problem, but at another time, perhaps we will try if I get frustrated.
Right. Lots.
Just have me in the room.
Do
Be-
you like to watch? David!
If you want to watch, I got a Rolex you can have.
He's just like, I don't understand.
I know. I apologize. I made a joke. But
Oh, it wasn't funny. You should not
It-
stick to jokes.
It went over your ears there, Ski. Don't worry.
I have big ears. What went over them?
Anyways, unless there's anything else, I was settling in for the night.
Well,
Oh, I would like to look at that tome of Sylvan.
Yeah, for sure. It's still out, like in his collection. He's still got like space set up for it, so it's still like set up and like you can find it pretty quickly.
Alright, I would like to just look at it and see if I can... I know I could read some of it. So, I was wondering if I could, like, translate more.
Yeah, for sure. Give me a straight intelligence check. I know it's not your strong suit, but that's...
Do you remember the Nat 1
hell.
last game?
I do remember the Nat 1, and I'm hoping you don't get another one.
You want a
hell?
straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
That is a -1, my friend. Let's see how that goes. I thought it was a -3. I don't know where I got -3 from.
Okay. With
Okay.
your 10.
bad.
That's pretty good. As you start to look through kind of the Sylvan book, and start to like piece together more words, you're starting to understand that it's a depiction of events, but not like a realistic depiction of events. It's very much mythicized, but they are of a world that as you try to read the words, it doesn't make sense. Just from a logistical stand, from piecing it together, the world that you know, the descriptor of how things operate. Maybe it's a mistranslation on your part. Maybe it's a misunderstanding of the text, but the words don't make sense to you.
He gets that a lot. She had a hard time reading apple. I don't think that's a competition. I think she doesn't know. She knows Sylvan.
Flint, Colt, anything before you guys turn in for the night?
Yeah. Colt's gonna look at Taz and say, now, I know this probably won't mean anything coming from me, but from what I read in that journal and from what good old Freddy said back at the house, sorry you had to lose your friend that way, Tess. Well, I hope you got a little bit of closure from his note.
I understand why he did what he did.
I wanna what?
But I appreciate it, Mr. Colt.
Just kind of gives a little head nod.
And with that, he's gonna turn himself in for the night.
Okay.
He's gonna try. Oh no, she can't write common. Never mind. He was gonna try to translate that to common. He can't even read it. He gonna go to bed.
Hey, Ski, if you need a hand reading and writing and stuff, I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy. I can figure that out for you.
He just looks at him and just like, I had all night in my. I'm so embarrassed.
No,
I
don't be embarrassed. Don't be
I
embarrassed
had my
now.
whole like standing up and watching, and I was trying to read, and I only got to page 1.
Come on now. That's great work, okay? Like you just tell me what you think it says, and I'll write that down. How about that?
Okay, but okay.
We'll just
I'm
do the
gonna
first page, okay?
Okay. Some of the words are jumbled.
All right, that's fine. You just make out what you can the best.
Okay, and Ski's just gonna relay the information about like events, but everything's jumbled. It's pretty much a lot like just by going by memory, it's pretty much a lot like Colt's book when Colt was reading theirs, and it was jumbled and the events were there. So maybe we can use both of them to tie them together to see what parts are missing.
Oh.
If I recall, I think I had some books that I was supposed to be looking at.
I think you'd grabbed a couple, yeah,
Yeah.
or one, at least.
I mean, I may as yeah.
I think we grabbed
Yeah,
the
that's right.
journal.
And I wanted to kind of
Was the book that
pour
we grabbed.
over it a little bit more to see if there was anything
Yeah.
in there. But for now, of course, I'll stick with Ski and do this translation and see if we can.
Ski's just be like,
make a
"Hey
little
Flint,
sense of
can
it.
you teach me how to write my name?"
You know what? I can do,
Aw.
of course.
Okay, thank you.
First, you start with half a dragon, and that makes an S.
That's so
And
much easier than Apple.
Oh, how much better that?
We're going to quickly jump to a break so we don't have ads run through our people here. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute break to pay Daddy Bezos, and we'll fade out on the lovely Mr. Flint teaching Ski how to write her name, and we'll be right back here shortly, guys.
So cute.
I was
And we are back.
Woo!
Hi.
Now we are.
Where we'd last left off, you guys were, you'd gone to bed for the night, you'd settled yourselves into your various accommodations, waiting for tomorrow to come.
I really hope, for the love of God, no one's dead.
I would have alarmed everybody's rooms. I got
I'm
an
not talking
hour-long
about
thing.
us. I'm talking about we have 2 people.
Colt,
Just saying.
there's
Yes.
a knock at your door, just as the sun's
Oh,
beginning to barely creep across the horizon.
Alright, he's gonna slippery. That's not a word. Sleepily get out of bed and open it and see who it is.
It's Tazborn. He's standing there looking
Oh.
at you, and he's like, "Do you have a moment to talk?"
Of course. He'll open the door, kind of rub his eyes, wake up a little more. What can I do for you this early, Taz?
He pulls out a letter. This letter is sealed. You recognize the seal as you've seen it thousands and thousands and thousands of times.
Of course.
And he hands it to you. And he kind of like gestures to your bed and like settles himself into the chair at the desk that's there to sit. Everyone hydrate.
Chinky poo.
And he kind of sits there and he gestures to it and he goes, I have a strong understanding of what this letter will probably be. Your father is aware your group is looking for a patron. I received one of my own, detailing rules that I am to remember exist.
Man and his rules.
There are agreements that exist between the people who make the world work. You know this. Your father is one of them. But with those agreements and those rules, there are certain agreements that all of us who watch outposts for the Frontier Adventures Company must abide by. And one of those is we are not allowed to interfere in your looking for a patron. We may guide you and make recommendations and suggestions, but we are not allowed to directly interfere with somebody who is seeking to offer patronage. An old agreement that we must honor. And in return, no offer may be made impersonally. And he gestures to the letter. And he goes, which means tomorrow morning your father will be here.
Oh, that's great.
He is not here on his own business, he is here on official business. From the only people that hold a leash to men like him. But regardless, I imagine there are heavy strings that come with all sorts of things. I do not know what your relationship is like with your father. I can only know from what I glean from words put to paper. And men who appreciate their children tend not to tell others to mind their business. So, whatever may come, I cannot help you directly. but you have good friends who are allowed to interfere.
All right.
So are we calling this episode Daddy Issues?
Actually, yes. That is what it's called.
Is that actually what it's called?
Yeah.
Whole night
Yes.
it's been called Daddy Issues.
I didn't notice that until now. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna.
Oh.
I just figured it was because of the mess that you left for your wife.
Yeah, I
David.
thought I did. I didn't even look at the title. I was like, I wonder what this set of stream's gonna be called. Can we call it Daddy Issues? It's already called Daddy Issues. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna be over here drinking my water.
No, that's funny. That's funny, geek. Cole's gonna look at the letter in his hand, kind of look up at Taz and be like, "You mind if you just sit there while I open it?"
If it's what you need, it is what I am here for.
That'd be great. And he's gonna take a breath. Part of him wants to just like rip it up, but he's like, "No, this is like technically official business. I should read it, and
Rip it.
then I can burn it or do whatever."
Throw it in a fireplace.
Throw it in the fireplace. Keep the build the
Continuity.
streak.
Up the street.
These two, like the devil's on your shoulder.
I know,
Burn
they're
it.
so awful. No, Colt's gonna read it though.
Okay. I'll leave you to imagine how the words are put. Colt, you would know Colt's father best.
Yeah.
But it is detached. It is a letter. It asks, how have your adventures been? What have you been up to? But it is in the formal way of polite, pleasant small talk. And then it gets to the point. He understands that your group is looking for a patron, and as a particularly wealthy individual, he offers many great advantages to your party to be a patron. And as he is required to abide by the rules, he will be in town tomorrow to present them to you. He says that there is a foolishness to all of this,
It is.
and that he understands that everyone has a part to play, and he's willing to play his if you are so willing to play yours. And it is signed not as your father or loving dad, but with his full name.
Of course it is. I don't want to know. Really don't.
Nothing. We're being good.
Nothing's going on at all. We're in bed.
We're having a dance sleep.
I can see that.
This is a very
from
serious
Dave.
moment, David, and it'd be really good if you took it
Yeah,
seriously.
come on, David. Smart up. You're the DM.
Love and hate you guys at the same time. Colt's just gonna kind of be like, kind of figured how that was gonna go. And I take it I have to be here when he comes?
The rules are written in stone.
Alright. I thought so, but doesn't hurt to ask.
An offer of patronage must be made to all members of the party. So, it is not official unless you are there. I would not think less of you if you departed and snuck off to avoid it, but I have a strong sense that this is where you're meant to be, and this will be a turning point for you. And I hope dearly that as this opportunity is presented and you have a moment of reflection, that you do what is truly best for you.
Colt kind of thinks about the words and is like, well, kind of getting a little more formal instead of like his goofy angelic self, and be like, well, thank you for bringing this to my attention, and I'll definitely tell the others about it once we're up and at 'em. Maybe after we deal with our guests in town. You know, I have a little bit of time before he gets here, so.
You, I hope the strings are not too heavy for you to bear. And he stands. He bows kind of like to you. It's like not like a bow, but just like a heavy nod. And then he leaves the room, leaves you in your peace.
Okay.
Before we move on, do you want to do anything?
I think Colt's just gonna kind of fold the letter, put it back in its envelope, and kind of put it away somewhere for the moment. He's like, okay, I read it. I really don't want to deal with this right now, so let's go do something else.
Okay. And as the sun fully rises and breakfast begins, you find your friends and now Jasper in the main meeting space.
Clint is imprinting hard.
Did you eat your vegetables? It's morning. Get some vegetables on your plate.
Flint is like claiming this random, like, technically adult man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm 35. My dad still fucking wants me to. Okay. What is this dance, Neon? There it is. Waiting for the call out. By the way, great dancing, you guys. We should
I don't know
side
what you're
project
talking about.
something.
Great dancing.
Nothing
Excellent dancing.
happened.
Nothing happened.
All right. Legends of Logomancy.
We were all listening attentively to Colt's heartfelt letter from
We were all
his dad.
emotionally
Heart-
broken from it.
Heartfelt. We were all
Clint
really
doesn't
torn up
know
about
a
it.
single word of what came out of that. He was asleep in his other room or whatever.
It was very cold. It was cold and detached
Yeah.
and not good.
Yeah.
But the Macarena.
Boogeymancer.
Yeah, the Boogeymancy.
Damn right.
Yeah,
we were all hit by the Necrodancer.
Ooh, I like that.
Sorry.
Necro.
Yeah, so you guys are,
But-
mourning the space, your friends, you're all here. You have an opportunity to kind of choose what you want to do with your day.
Well,
How many
um,
tasks that were meant to
we
do?
still.
Well, we gotta go see the mayor.
I mean, we should go tell the mayor that people are interested. We should probably also introduce Jasper and Stump to. Hey, don't add extra sounds to Stump. It's already short enough.
Don't tell me what to do.
Stop playing with chords.
There you
No.
go.
Stop making everything short.
Thumb's already short.
So are we.
Stump's
So am
already
I.
short.
So are we. We're the short crew.
What's Stump's real name? You know, what's his
We don't know.
given
Stump.
Yeah, right. It was Stump before he lost the hand.
That's just
His
tempting
real
fate.
name is Martin Turner. That's his actual name.
Right. Okay, Martin.
As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Flint, if somebody comes up to you and goes, "I am this person," they are that person. Ain't no real name. The real name's the one I used to fucking call you over here.
I mean, you call me Flint, but that ain't my real name.
I thought nicknames.
What?
What's your real name then? What do you prefer to be called? Do you prefer to be
I'd
called
actually
Flint?
preferred to be called Casper.
Okay,
Casper
Casper.
Jordan.
What about
is my real
cats?
name. Flint is my kind of working name. You know, y'all can
Oh.
call me Flint if you want, but if you consider us like real close lack, I mean Casper's more technically appropriate.
Oh, I didn't know.
All right, Casper. Nice to
Hi,
work
Yeah,
with
you know,
you.
it's just a working relationship for the most part, but you know, you get to know some folk, and yeah, I don't feel wrong if you call me that. I'd actually, I wouldn't mind it really.
I was under the
Caspi?
assumption that
Sure.
nicknames were a form of endearment. Am I wrong on that?
Absolutely, they
Violetta
are.
is Ski.
But, you know, sometimes you got like a working name too. Like, I mean, it's just so
True,
much
an
easier
alias.
for my alias, or even a ghostwriting name kind of thing. You know, like but the people that are really close to me, I haven't heard it in a while because I haven't considered people family in a while. But it's
Questions ghost
starting to
him
feel
right?
Oh, so some things aren't exactly completely literal all of the time. Something like Ghost Rider doesn't mean a ghost is riding it. It just means that a person is riding it under a different name.
Okay, what does literal mean?
Okay.
It means, you know, that's gonna, you know what? How about you learn some more common, and then we'll tackle what does literal and figurative mean.
Yeah, they're concept words.
What's a concept?
It's
Like, you know, we'll get there when we get there.
So
well, I
ghosts
can
can't
tutor
write?
you, Ski, in common if you like. In the evenings, we'll take some time.
I really want to know what a sugar daddy is.
We'll come around to that in maybe 6 months.
will.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Pulse just like, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, this is the down the line. We need to get past literal and figurative before we get to sugar daddy.
Yeah, other
What's
things to learn
figurative
first.
mean?
Exactly.
But yeah,
Common's so confusing.
Oh, tell me about it, Ski. Tell me about
it's
it.
the hardest language.
I mean, Orcish is pretty simple,
I don't know a word of Orcish.
straightforward to
Can you
the
teach
point.
me some Orcish?
Eventually, yeah, I could teach you.
Halfling's complicated.
I mean, I don't know how good of a teacher I would be, honestly, Mr. Flint. When you grow up doing something, you just kind of know how to do it.
I speak a bit of Elvish. Teach you a word or two of that, and
It's not like that.
Elvish was easy.
Elvish.
You know, some like Elvish and like Sylvan, they share like a common root
Yeah.
language. Orcish doesn't share that.
When we were
It's a different root language.
when we were doing the translating last night there, I mean, I could have sworn I kind of understood what you were saying, but I really couldn't make it out.
Oh,
It felt like it
Sylvan?
would. Yeah, it's Sylvan, but I know Elvish, and like it felt, you know, similar, but not really. That's what you're talking about there, man.
What my papa says is Sylvan is the fancy people's no, Sylvan is the fancy drunks spicy juice, and Elven is the fancy prissy wine. Yeah.
It's all
like
Sounds about
French
right.
and whatever the fuck people in Quebec speak.
And like that, we've lost our CanCon ratings.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry.
So yeah, we should probably go see the mayor. Make sure that our people that stayed the night are still alive, because I'm paranoid. And that's all that us as a party right now knows, because we don't know about the other info.
Would Flint have noticed a bounty board?
Noticed a what? Sorry.
A bounty board.
Yeah, there'd be one at the entrance to town.
When we came back last time, could I have just quickly checked it?
Yeah, for sure. Are you looking for something specific, or?
No, if it's on the board, I'm curious about it.
Yeah, there's a couple. It's like small fish things, like, hey, this guy is like he might be in the area kind of thing. He's wanted for like minor crimes and like there's a warrant for his arrest. Please don't kill him. Like pretty please. But also if he's dead, who cares? Like typical bounty stuff. But it's mostly like small time stuff. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I just would have made mention of that at some point. Like if ever we're like bored, you know, we can always like pick up a couple coin doing that. I mean, that's old hat to me.
I've never captured anyone before. I've always just killed them.
You know what? It's kind of exhilarating because they're pissing and moaning the whole time until you get that gag in. You know?
Why not just
Mr.
bring their
Mr.
head?
Flint,
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Did you say?
I didn't quite hear that. My perception's not so good.
Alright.
Here.
Father just starts praying. It doesn't matter which deity. All of
I want to
them.
help this man.
What have we done?
So someone help both of these people
Yeah.
for different reasons.
She's
Well,
just
there goes
sharpening
Steve's
her accent.
innocent.
She says that. She's like, huh? Oh, what you talking about?
You know, I don't know what you're talking about.
Where the heck
okay.
did you get
That's another.
Oh wait.
Bonus question.
Is that a like a pizza flat?
That's a knife.
Really?
That's a knife.
You could use that to
100%.
serve
I
up a
would
pizza.
serve pizza off of that.
I think there's a bottle opener at the end of it too. So you just be like, I got you.
Yeah,
That's a bottle opener.
opens
No,
up
that's
bottles
perfect.
real
Actually,
quick.
I love it. It's a pizza thing with a bottle opener. Your Honor.
Hash that.
to your question though, the people that you had left are still alive.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good.
I
Yes.
had a bet idea
Yeah.
one of them would turn out dead. It's like, okay, now we gotta find the killer.
Nope. You know, Ravenna's sitting at the down in the saloon part having a meal. And Stump's like already like busied himself like looking around the town. Like you find him like wandering around town like looking at things.
He's just gonna go up and be like, oh, you're lost too? I get lost all the time.
Oh no, I'm just getting the lay of the land, you know.
Stump,
If you'd like,
what's your
the mayor's-
real name?
Oh, yeah, that's
Martin.
fair.
Nobody really calls me that, but Martin's my real name, my
Would
birth
you
name.
like to be called Martin?
Most people call me Stump. Good enough for me.
But do you like it being called Stump?
You get used to it, right?
But do you like it?
I don't think that answered her question there, Martin.
Feels weird hearing y'all call me Martin. That's for sure.
Okay.
How about Marty?
I like that. I like that even less.
Oh, okay.
Marty McStump.
Thank you for understanding where I was going for.
I feel like you're making this more. But again, most folk call me Stump.
You're right. Right. We just got to go
Alright.
back to the future. We have to go back.
And Screech, can you go 88 miles per hour?
Where we're going, we don't need cliffs.
Where we're going, we don't need stirrups.
Oh, the
I
stirrups
totally
are a
forgot that
thing
you put stirrups
Oh, yes,
on
I
your
did.
lizard.
Yeah, the stirrups could be the license plate.
Need a way to conduct that
The
electricity
The license plate is Screech 1. Screech was already taken.
Anyway, Mr. Stump, we should probably get you to the mayor's office just so we can show you where those plots would be and what type of land and development he's
for
looking
sure.
at.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll show him off that way.
The mayor's like very exuberant and happy to meet him and like excitedly shaking his remaining hand. Just like, oh, yeah, it's so great to meet you. I know you represent the people of Old Mill. I'm gonna show you around. We'll show you what you're looking at. And you see him kind of like look over out the window as he does. He goes, oh, I I apologize. Yes. We should have. We'll show you around. Let's do.
Can I follow his eye line?
Yes,
What was he
You
looking
just,
at?
Same.
poke
You
it, or,
definitely
like,
can.
I can't see. Someone pick me up.
Now, don't everyone follow his eye line. He's gonna get suspicious.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he does the look and everyone goes, huh?
He does the look, and the rest of us peek our little heads around the corners like a fucking Scooby Doo gang.
Yes.
It is a horse-drawn carriage, a very, very, very nice horse-drawn carriage.
Do I
boy.
recognize the kid?
You would, yes.
Darn. Oh, I
Okay.
would probably recognize it too then.
You would, yeah. That is
Yeah.
that is very much
Ooh.
a
Cool. You didn't say
telltale.
your dad was coming to town.
He wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow. Kind of
Your
annoyed.
daddy's here?
No,
Well, he does like to.
the letter for tomorrow was from yesterday.
Oh,
Right.
of course it was.
Well,
Should we?
If
Looks
they're
like
as
that.
nice as you are, Colt, I'm pretty sure they'll be fantastic.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Stump,
Something.
I believe, just based on a suspicion and a hunch, that this is for us. Y'all can get on about your business.
Oh, are you sure? I'd love an opportunity.
Mr. Mayor.
We don't want you here.
Thank you, Ski. That's exactly what I was
Good eye,
thinking.
Destin.
Mr.
Good
Mayor,
night, Destiny.
before you do go,
Yes.
just we do have this is of course the very first trickle, if not the wave that is about to come as far as people coming to your town, and I'm sure that they would appreciate a reception of some sorts if you were to hold a town hall or some meeting to welcome these folk, let them know the lowdown, what they are to expect coming into your fine town. Then I think that they would appreciate that. It might set some nerves at ease.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. He's not looking at you. He just kind of goes, yeah, sure, whatever. And just like it,
Excuse
Mr.
as
just be like,
as
you
Mr.
need
Mayor.
to go.
but he looks from like the carriage to Colt and back to the carriage, and you can see the gears turning in his head. He goes,
Oh, fuck.
oh,
Keep this guy from your dad.
Mr. Mayor.
We got to keep this guy from your dad. Oh,
yeah. He goes, yep, for sure. Stump, you know what? How about you and we're gonna go back to the garrison and we're gonna have a conversation privately.
That sounds like
And,
a brilliant idea.
Mr. Mayor, you best
okay.
rethink your offer for patronage, because that's your competition.
I understand.
There's a competition in what? Can I play?
We're the
You
judges.
can play. You already are, Ski.
We're the judges, Ski.
We're the judges.
Oh, I'm not good at judging people.
Oh, you're fine.
You
at
are a phenomenal judge of people.
it. Mhm.
Let's go make a new friend. Start skipping outside.
Colt,
No, we don't.
Colt, what's your last name? What's your father's fucking business name and all that?
So,
Yeah.
Pulling up the character sheet. Let me pull up the bio.
actually, I put it in my bio. Yes. So my family name is Starling. And then my father's name is Valkas. Balkas.
Can I just say Starling as a
Yes.
word is beautiful, and
Oh,
that
thank
just
you.
feels so nice to say.
Yeah, as you exit out of the mayor's office, there's like an odd hush that's fallen across the town. In the modern world, it would be like a billionaire rolling up into Hannah, Alberta, just hanging out. That's the kind of like wealth you are seeing on display here. It's subtle. From a distance, it's a simple carriage. But as you get closer, it's well manufactured, it's well maintained. The animals in question are impeccable. Every detail is manicured on what you're seeing. This isn't a regular cart. And the thing is this isn't the only one. This is just one from the closest town that would have had a business at it.
Colt, can I pet the horses?
Sure, Ski.
Yay! Ski's just gonna walk over and just start petting the horse.
The driver's like, he gives you a dirty look first, Ski, but then he like eyes immediately to Colt, and he's just kind of like looks at you, and he sees that you're not stopping it, and so he just lets it happen.
Kind of give my head to like, you want to tell her no?
Friend or foe?
Bolt's got some authority.
Mr. Colt, I will follow your lead on this one.
The driver looks towards the Frontier Adventure Co. building, and to you, and just gives like a shrug, but it's not like a like I don't care. It's one of those like I'm so sorry moments. I assume like Colt's like well known for being nicer than his father.
Well, probably, yeah.
Like he's young, he's aspirational. You know, he's as far as business people go, he probably treats people better. Your father's probably not. He's not cruel by any definition, but I imagine
he's really more like a hardened like businessman.
Yeah.
Like no leeway. It's like, well, there should be a little bit of leeway.
And yeah, I'm assuming you guys head back to where you were, back into the Frontier Adventure Co-building.
Yep.
Someone's got to pull Ski from these horses. Ski is just like, horses.
All right,
These are like
Ski,
mine.
I think that's enough petting. It looks like they're starting to get a little perturbed.
Aw.
Perturb.
I miss horses. The gliders are weird. And just starts walking, just like kicking the ground like this is not fair.
I love Star.
Hey, look, you said their name properly.
That's right. That feels better. I'm gonna make a note of making sure to tell Screech that he's not weak. Oh.
Screech, you're not weird. Screech is like,
Screech is the weird one. Screech has spurs.
he has spurs. He's just chilling. He's like, I got bling, guys. You got nothing on this.
He wears his own little cowboy hat.
He does like little tiny fucking like dances just to show off his little stompers.
You head inside, you head upstairs, and you find a room that is... It's the same room you've been in at this point, you know, probably a dozen or more times. You've spent a fair bit of time in this room, but it feels cold. There's a fire going, but it's the guards standing in the corners of the room, just off to the side, kind of keeping an eye on things, far enough away that, like, they're not directly looming over or threatening. Taz is standing, and sitting in the spot that he usually sits is your father, Colt.
Oh wow.
Woo.
That's a power move right there.
That
And
is
with
not your
that-
seat, sir.
No,
gonna
don't
end
say
for
with
the
that.
night.
Don't say with that.
No,
Oh.
no, you
Come
can't
on.
Seen this
You
coming.
cannot do
Oh,
this.
nope, I'm
We're all
saving
good.
this. I'm
We're all good.
He's gonna.
7
I
days.
don't get
David.
Oh, but
cliffhangers
look.
often, and I'm gonna
Okay,
take
okay,
advantage
fair.
of this
Yeah.
one.
Okay. From
Before
cliff ladders to
the,
cliffhangers.
the curtain draws, Colt's just gonna look at his father and say, Harfoot?
Hey, what?
Harfoot. One
Harf?
word. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for the amazing raid, bringing in some wonderful new viewers.
Thank you.
And for a gifted subs that was fantastic. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna call out names properly. I should be able to do this.
Was
The Harry
gifted
Nichols.
subs from the Harry
The
Nichols.
sub.
The Harry Nichols. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. We appreciate it. If you are currently drunk off of one new friend, well, you know the rules. You got to subscribe. So we will
There
see.
were 3, but I
Was there
never got
3?
their names.
Oh, right, there
three. They
were
were
3.
just
That's
random
4
NPCs.
shots
Yeah.
you were supposed to take before getting here.
I mean, you did.
There was also 8. There was also 8,000 bits
Was there?
redeemed
Oh,
or
dang.
whatever. That was all of us. That was all
Oh,
of
for
us.
the
Yeah.
channel
Yeah.
points. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
stream
yes, or
points,
Whatever
channel
they are.
points.
Channel points. Pardon me out.
But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm gonna ask Ramshackle if he's still hanging out. Are we going to see you on Monday? Question mark.
I got confirmation yesterday that we
Yes.
will be there on Monday.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah?
So
We should be there on Monday.
I believe
What's
you
going on
guys are.
Are we doing the Dark City?
Oh, weird. Okay,
Dark
play.
City.
Yeah. So
Yes!
my counterpart, Game Master, Ramshackle, James is going to be running
Ramshackle James.
Ramshackle James is going to be running a 5e adventure set in Dark City, his own custom world. A little bit of intrigue, a little bit of dark gloominess, and some of the faces you see below me right now will be making an appearance on that episode as well. So they'll be Monday, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday. Fridays we release shorts on our YouTube channel. So if you're interested in D&D starters,
Great shorts, by the way.
I thank you. I work really hard on them. You can see my lovely face on those, and we're planning more content. So if you are watching us on YouTube right now and you're really excited, subscribe to us over there. We're hoping to do a little bit more cool, interesting stuff. If you're watching on Twitch and you're interested in seeing what we're doing over there, go check us out on YouTube. It's Legends of Logomancy. It's everywhere we go. We are going to be sending out some love to Nerd Dimension. They're also playing some Dungeons and Dragons. They got about 68 people hanging out with them right now. We're gonna send them 18 more. We're gonna start that off. But again, from the bottoms of our hearts and from our lovely cast and crew here, thank you so much for hanging out with us, for spending this Wednesday night with us, and I hope you all have a lovely week. And I'll see you next Wednesday.
See you guys
See
next
ya
Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Bye,
Except for
guys.
Monday.
They get a just holding the staff period gives you a +1 to AC while holding the staff. Also, you can it has 10 charges. While holding it, you can expend associated charges to cast the following spells from the staff: Mage Armor for 1 charge, Shield for 2 charges.
Oh, that's nice.
It regains a D6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a D20 on a 1, it shatters. The glass of the staff shatters and it becomes useless. But holding on to it alone is just a flat out +1 AC, and then you can cast Mage Armor for again the 1 and Shield for 2. It's probably one of the biggest defensive upgrades you will have right out the gate. And it's like, thank you again, another mage. Jeez, we're on fire tonight. Now, the sword, which I have to officially make up an item in D&D Beyond,
Listen, I'm committed to the bit now. That's
Whether you want to or not at this point.
who I am.
All right. So with that, I think we'll probably bring it to a close. We ran a little bit over, but we also stopped like 8 times in the middle. So, it is what it is.